Hey, welcome back, peeps. Welcome to Live. Today we are continuing some work on getting an MCP server stood up um, using Pomerium to secure things, and got a good chunk of the way yesterday, but a lot of it was just talking through some stuff. So gonna also just show you where I'm at right now. If I look like I got something stuck in my cheek, it's because I've got a cough drop. Not sick, but for some reason my throat has been a little sore. So, anyways, cool. All right, let's just check a few things before we. Oh, whoops! And it says it says web design and indie life in the thing. That is true, but that's with Andy later today. So let me go fix that. Hold on a sec here. That's my automatic Airtable stuff doing that. So no, we are not hanging with Andy quite just yet. Let me go fix that. Cool. Let's see here. Let's duplicate guest. Or you know what? Let's just delete guest. Let's just remove off schedule temporarily. Okay, let's try that. Let's do a refresh. Do, 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 do. Guest info, refresh. Nope. Okay, I gotta deploy it. Hold on a sec. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll sort that out. Or can I actually? Ah, you know what? I'm just gonna. Nope. That's gonna hide everything. Not the end of the world, but all right. Let's try this again and refresh. Might as well share my screen since you're like, what the heck is he doing? So basically, I have my guests in Airtable, and that gets pulled in, and that's what you see there. But I didn't take into account the fact that I might have more than one person on the same day. So let's just do this. Let's. Did I remove Andy temporarily? Okay, let's put him back on schedule, and let's duplicate this, or let's just do new guest. Nothing like a little live coding. Today is the 12th. Let's just expand this and yeah, sure. Let's put 9:05 or even 9. Okay. And we don't need that. Chill and code. We're just going to call it that. Okay. Oh, did I add it to on schedule? There we go. Cool. I should probably have something up for that. Okay, let's refresh this. Okay, I'm gonna do deploy, I think. So let's close this. Let's open up a new VS Code. I don't have Nikki T live on here, do I? Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll just actually force a deploy. Let's go to Netlify. Which one is it? It's not Nikki T live. What is the URL for that? Let me just check. I like just overlays.nikiT.live. Okay, there we go. Let's look for that. Cool. And let's just do deploy. Where am I going? Production deploys, trigger deploy. The stuff in here is cached. It's just again, like I said, I hadn't anticipated basically it being just me before Andy's coming on today. But also spoiler, Andy's coming on today. Okay, let's see here. Give that a second. Let's go check on chat real quick. Okay, come on, you can do it, buddy. Why is this hanging? Well, while that's going on, let's go check chat and whatever else is going on. Okay, cool. Just a little love there. No, I'm not searching for a job. Clicked on the wrong thing. The embedded restreams chat isn't loading, which is not the end of the world, but embedded, I should say, sorry, in OBS. All right, let me go check some other things. Cool. Nobody's here yet, so that's cool. So we can pretend like none of this actually happened. Don't know why this is taking so long to deploy, but all right. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Zero errors. That's always good. This okay. Let's try it now. Really? Oh wait. Come on. Maybe it's not grabbing the first one. I don't know. You know what I'm gonna do for now? Actually, you know what? That is odd that it didn't do it. Um, let's take Andy off the schedule temporarily. Chilling code 9 a.m. That should be good. And that one's included. Okay. And this one is okay. We'll do that, I guess. All right. Well, 30 minutes of this stream will be just like how can we remove that text from the OBS? I could probably just put a piece of whatchamacallit, like just pink over it, but this is also making me think maybe I should no. Loading it locally doesn't make sense because like something else I have to run. But this should work because if I look at this for today, this one here on schedule, and then this one not on schedule. Cool. And I won't refresh it after, but let's see here. I cleared the cache. I don't think I needed to do that, but anyways, cool. Well, let's let that go. But while that's going on, why don't I just recap what I've been doing? Where we're going? Digital Ocean. Well, I guess yeah, a couple things. Let's go to Ghosty here. Okay. All right. Whoops. Okay, yeah. So clear. Let's get this a bit bigger. So I'm currently logged into the I SSH'd into DigitalOcean, and if we have here, we can see um, basically got the config and the compose. We were working on this yesterday, so let's first look at the compose.yaml. So basically, what we got in here is we've got the image for Pomerium, the MCP version. This is essentially the main branch right now. I pulled latest, and then just usual stuff. So ports, we need to expose port 80 because of Let's Encrypt. Um, Port 443 is exposed because obviously SSL. Then we're just mounting some stuff here. So we're saying the config.yaml that's in the folder where this compose.yaml is just maps to this in the image, and it's read only RO there. We got Pomerium cache, the network, it's all the same. And I'm loading the .env file. This is something that threw me off yesterday because I'm definitely not a Docker expert yet, but on my local machine, what I do is right now I load a bunch of stuff in a compose.yaml, but I'm pulling source and I'm not putting in a Docker image when I run it. So basically, it picks up my .env file with just source code, and I didn't realize it wasn't picking it up for when I make the image. So I'm just passing in the .env file now. Maybe this could be done in a better way. I haven't really done much platform engineering. I've typically been an app dev, but obviously you just don't want to expose your secrets. The verify app, this is what allows you to just see the claims for the logged in user in Pomerium. I'll show you all this in a second. And then we got Jaeger just for, so Pomerium has OTel support now. It was using Open Census before, but we finally upgraded to OTel. So we can surface our OTel traces in Jaeger. And then we have the North Wind, which is essentially our MCP server. And what else we got? Yeah, so same here. That's just on port 8080. Other things to mention is I pulled down the repo for DBMCP. This is the repo for an MCP server. And then there's also the MCP app demo. And I'll show you these. And let's just try and refresh this now. Okay, it's just not doing it, eh? Like, what's going on? I don't know why I have a feeling like maybe it's not the right file, but the weird thing is it should be, you know what? Let's just modify it somehow. Just seeing here. Let's go to nicket.live because it's driven off of this as well. Okay, so it's updated here. And Andy should be there too. So, okay, so it definitely picked it up. Okay, so let's put that back. Now, why is overlays not picking it up? Okay, I know we're going on a side quest here, but let's go to GitHub. And my chat is not loading up in OBS. Let's refresh this. There we go. Finally, it loads up. Okay, cool. All right, let's go to my repos. Always a fun day. All right. Okay, so it's there. That's right. Now let's look at the logic here. Layouts. Yeah, no, not that. Pages, guest info. Okay. Yeah, it's cached for like 5 minutes. I did that because of uh see, it should pick up code and chill if I don't have other people. Maybe that's all I gotta do, but let's just do this. Let's open up the same page. We'll take a glimpse behind the curtain. So this is the page that's actually showing up in my live stream. And why is it not picking it up? Uh, Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. You know what? Let's do this. Ba, ba, ba. Let's put Andy back on schedule. I'm on schedule. And this is gonna mess things up later though. So let's do this. You know what? Um Gonna do remove override. And let's actually just do this. So chilling code on schedule. Hmm. Okay, on Live is that okay, so it's there. Okay. Oh, it's because oh, I know what it is. I gotta do the title and everything. Well, no, it should still pick it up, but let's do this. Stream title, chilling code. Save that. Okay. All right. Why is this not picking it up? Okay, let's do a few things here. I'm gonna redeploy Live because I want him to show up over there. Okay, Live. Cool. Trigger deploy. Cool. And let's go back to projects. Now, this really should. Let's do this. I'm just gonna switch back. Publish deploy. Maybe that'll do it. Refresh. Why won't you update? Let's just remove it. It's gone. Let's put it back. Nope. Hmm. Still that. Okay. Still picking up Andy. You know what? I think it's picking up only the one. So let's do this. We'll take you off Andy temporarily. Actually, no. Let's leave you, Andy. And let's just do this. On schedule. And let's close that. Okay, let's close that. Let's just go grab the overlays repo. Let's go clone that. Clear. Let me open this up. OSS. Let's clone this. Oh, I already have it. Okay. So let's do code R overlays. All right. First of all, let's just see what it does locally. I would expect it to pick up the first one. Also, it's starting to get hot here in Montreal, so like basically uh I've got sweaty ears is what I'm saying. All right. Uh okay, yes, I want to run Astro. Possible dev commands found. Yes. Oh, would help if I installed stuff, I guess. So just to reiterate, this has nothing to do with deploying the MCP server. I'm just trying to fix the title on my site. NTL dev cannot. Okay, interesting. Oh, okay. It's because they don't have a name. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. Record undefined reading 0. Why is record 0? Okay, let's just do this. What file is that in? Guest info. Cool. And let's close this. Attach to node process. Astro NTL dev. Actually, I should be attaching to that maybe. Okay, let's refresh this. Let's put that. Let's just put a breakpoint. Okay, so let's get down. What line was it? 30. Okay. All right, so records is undefined. So why did it not find records? Name, guest, title, fields, fetch, records. Okay, so what is the request here? Um, get guests with those particular fields. Interesting. Okay. So what else am I missing? Fields, fields. So we need generous query string, key value pair. So name, guest title, stream title. Okay, I find it odd that I'd have to put those, but okay, so let's see here. Okay, so we can do this. Okay, wait, hold on a sec. That's just checking for the records, so we could just do this. Let's do let and if records. Lab code in here. Nothing to do with MCPs, but we're good. If records. That's all we need. And then let's just do this. Let's do. I can't. Yeah, okay, that's cool. And then here we're just going to say guest name empty. This might be just for today. And chill and code. Okay, this is going to break now, but let's refresh. Okay. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's just update this. Okay. Clear. Let's do git add. You know what? I'm just gonna do an NTL deploy build prod. Okay. That should work. Come on, buddy. There we go. Chilling code. We are so back. Okay. I'm not gonna commit any of this. Let's just do git reset hard head. Let's close this and let's go back to Airtable real quick. Did I close it? And you know what? I'm just gonna delete me here, and because I'm not gonna refresh that other thing. Let's just make sure Andy's all set up. Yeah, he's all good. And if we go to NikkiT.live, cool. All right, we good. All right, let's get back to what we were actually doing. And don't have my other headphones, but it is pretty sweaty in these. Okay, so what the heck was I talking about? Okay, so there's a few things. So we grabbed this Northwind SQLite. Like, if actually, if we come back to here, so we have two folders here: DBMCP and MCP app demo. So what those are me and my coworker Dennis worked on this MCP app demo. This is essentially this. Think of it like a trimmed down Chat GPT. And you can ask questions and stuff, and show me all sales from Vinet. And I'm going to use the Northwind DB. This is not what I deployed. This is what we have deployed for testing. So you see it's making tool calls, and then it's actually going to the Northwind database. And I still got to look at why it should be formatting this as Markdown unless it can't handle my guess is it can't handle the table for some reason, but can look into that. All right. Hey, how's it going, Learner 0418? Good to see you. And let me go check over on YouTube. Ba, ba, ba. Cool. All right. Let's pause that. All right. Okay. So, anyways, that's what this is. And then the other thing is DBMCP, which my coworker made. Is an MCP server. And it's just basically surfacing the Northwind database that I was just showing you. And you basically just have to pull in this test database, which is the Northwind database. This is a somewhat old database that's been around forever for just like, I guess, testing purposes. Pretty sure it started through Microsoft. All right. So there's that. And then let's come back here. And then there's also the Verify app I mentioned. So what the Verify app is, it's just a page that loads and just displays your claims that you have in your job. So you can see here, this is me. The issuer is, oh, this is on my own, the one I deployed now. But you can see the issuer is verify.demo.maisonlab.dev, and just got some other information there. And if we come back to here, that's essentially that. So let's quit this. And let's do vi config.yaml. And so this is where I got tripped up yesterday because I've been using the .env file locally when I run with source code for Pomerium, and it picks it up and it actually injects them. But when you're using the Docker image, you have or Docker Compose, you actually have to add these like, I don't know what they're called in YAML, but like template strings like in JavaScript. And so it's just injecting them here. So that works now. So I get that properly. The cookie domain is demo.maisonlab.dev, and I'll explain that in a second. And then there's a nice feature here called auto cert. So what auto cert does is, and this is something that Pomerium does, which is a really nice thing. Um, it just basically uses Let's Encrypt, and depending where you deploy, you just have to configure some things. Like you have to just point all the domains you want to actually have Let's Encrypt register, in DNS records, and I'll show you how I did that in DigitalOcean. Then there's just the routes down here. So we have the demo app, which isn't working yet, which I'll get into. This authenticate. This is just for the. This is I use Auth0, and that's what I'll use for my identity provider. Jaeger here is just for surfacing the hotel traces, and then the verify app, like I said, and then we got the MCP server down here. Uh, yeah, did I put the app demo twice? Oh, sorry, this is in the config dot. Sorry, this is the Docker compose. Uh, I could have sworn I was in the. Oh, interesting. I think I copied in some stuff from Docker into here last night. That's all good, but this last part isn't. So let's just copy that. Copy, and then let's just delete it. Escape. Right. Quit. Okay. So we have this verify. We have the north wind. Okay. So we got to sort out a few things here. Okay. Hey, violated sign. Just how you doing, man? Dose doing environment, not pass those variables to the environment in Doctor. It sorry, yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe I don't have to do that, but what I did have to do was in the Pomerium config. So in here, if, I don't know what the Vim key is to go right to the top. Um, uh, yeah, I think you're right. It should pick it up. That's totally fair. Um, but it wasn't actually registering these environment variables. Yeah, yeah, I was in the Docker Compose. So yeah, I know. So this is the config.yaml for Pomerium, and I'm not sure when you joined, but basically on my local when I run Pomerium, I'm running it from source. I'm not running it in Docker, and it just picks up the .env file and it actually injects those environment variables. I don't have to do like what you see here. But in the case of running it in a Docker image, I guess, if we quit here, ba, 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 it, I think you're right. Well, we can actually find out real quick. Let's comment this out. I think you're right. It should just pick it up. Oh, nice, man. Cool. Yeah. So what I deployed right now is Pomerium Core. There's also Pomerium Zero, which is a lot easier to get set up. But for the MCP server stuff, it's still in our main branch, so I'm not using Zero right now. And also, I actually haven't deployed Pomerium Core to a cloud provider yet, so that's why I was doing that too. But let's see here. Okay, let's do Docker compose down. Really? Docker. Oh, compose up. Okay, yeah, yeah. This is where I got stuck yesterday. Okay, so here let's do two things here. Let's do vi. Where's my app? We're just going to comment this out temporarily. And if anybody knows how I can select multiple lines and comment it out in Vim, let me know. But otherwise, I'm just going to do this. Whoops. I'll explain why I'm commenting this out in a minute. In a nutshell, escape, right, quit. Okay, so that's running. I didn't do compose.d because I just wanted to see things, but okay, so let's to your test violated sign. Let's go to just the only app I really have running at the moment. Interesting. Did I literally just break everything? Okay, that should be good. Okay, yeah. So you can see here, it actually says, I'll paste it in the chat, but so it's not able to pick up that authenticate service URL without injecting the .env, I guess. I don't know if that's a Pomerium specific thing, but so let's just get back into our compose.yaml. All right, let's go to the top. And you know what? I'm going to save me some time. How do I go to the top of a file in VI? Is it just page up or GG? Okay. Okay, just press G twice in normal mode. Yeah, so like right now, I'm just on DigitalOcean and I just kind of, this isn't automated yet, but I could see it being injected in some kind of CI/CD pipeline. Okay, so in VI or Vim, you can go to the top of the file by typing GG and okay, G twice in normal mode, press escape if you're not sure if you're in normal mode or :1. Okay, and how do I go to bottom? Uppercase G. Okay, let's try this out. So escape, nice, and then cool. All right, that's good. Also, like I was mentioning, I'm sucking on some throat lozenges. Not sick, but for whatever reason, my throat's just been kind of sore. I think I drank too much coffee the other day. All right, so let's put this back in. Okay, that looks good. Right, quit. Okay, that's better. Too proud to remove the linting and type check test. Yeah. Well, ship it. Okay. This is normal, I think, because Let's Encrypt didn't uh, provide this certificate yet. But kind of all over the place this morning because I was fixing my OBS title. But okay, I kind of want to explain what I did here. So I have my domain hosted on Pork Bun. It's called maisonlab.dev. If you weren't here yesterday, Maison Lab is French for like maison is house or home, and lab is just lab, obviously. So home lab. It was available domain, so I just went with it. Maisonlab.dev. I already use that for my home lab. So for this, I just because I didn't want to buy another domain, I just basically pointed demo.maisonlab.dev to DigitalOcean's name server. I added basically added a DNS entry and pork bun to do that. And now on the DigitalOcean side of things, so like we've got that config.yaml. If we and actually let me stop this and let's just run it with a D, not compose.yaml. Sorry, config. So basically, I just decided what I wanted to call these. So like app.demo, authenticate.demo, etc. Um, so those, what I need to do in DigitalOcean is I basically say all those domains, sorry, all those all those host names. I want to point them to my DigitalOcean droplet here, um, and that's what those are there for. And then essentially the auto cert, if we come back to, and this is something I learned because I mean, I've only been at Pomerium since January, so I'm still learning stuff. But uh, this was a neat thing I saw after my coworker Dennis deployed it. But basically, there's this auto cert here, and that is basically something that just triggers Let's Encrypt to say like um, when you make the request, if it's not registered yet, it's going to go out to Let's Encrypt. So like, let's come back to here. Let's go to verify. Nope, that's my local one. No, verify dot demo dot. Yeah, there we go. So it's still showing the wrong one, and I think that's because I stopped things. But let's go to like Northwind. Why is it search? Yeah, okay. See, this one's resolving okay. Yeah, this is a really nice feature. There's actually a Docker image for this. I think it's called AutoCert. I'm not positive. Okay, so you can see here that one's resolving, but if I go to verify, let's see here. I think this one is gonna still. What's going on here? Talk to me, Goose. Yeah, okay, that one's still complaining, and that's just because it hasn't. Picked it up yet. I had this running yesterday, but let's see here. What was it? Curl. I don't have my usual stuff set up. Curl dash v authenticate dot demo dot maison lab dot dev. Okay, let's see what it's saying here. Okay, that's good. So the authenticate's good. So let's go to authenticate demo maison lab.dev. Okay, that's good. So it's really just let's see here. I have a lot of friends who are getting into. I'm really excited to try out Pomerium Identity Aware DNS service. Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. I have a lot of friends who are getting home labbing. Such a pain. Plan on leveraging infra and services. Yeah, it's honestly, I mean, I know I work here, but it's pretty easy to set up. And we also have native SSH coming. It's like I have it on my machine right now, but basically you can proxy SSH requests as well. So that whole login flow with zero trust, like you'll get challenged. So like if you SSH to a proxy server and it literally you just do SSH whatever the proxy server URL is, which is like just kind of like I'm doing here. And then yeah, it's gonna be really good. I've been using it, and and the reason why it's cool is because all that security you get from the identity where proxy applies to SSH as well. So you're gonna say SSH to the server, and then it's gonna go like, "Oh, you're not logged in." It's actually gonna give you a link to a browser for you to log in. You're gonna log in, and then you have to accept the device code, and then you get logged in, and then literally the same policies you have for the identity aware proxy apply to the SSH session. And so, like, if you change the policy, or like, say there's a time-based policy, like, violated sign is only allowed on the jump box until uh, you know 8 a.m. Monday, because that's when his shift on call ends. You'll get booted. So it's pretty neat. And like I said, it's literally native SSH. Like, if you're using something like Teleport, you have to have like, can't remember the name of it, but they basically have a client you have to run, and then you can SSH. So it's kind of neat because you could literally be, I don't know, it's just cool. Okay, this works. I just want to go to the verify. Okay, I'm not too worried about this right now. I've got to just fix this. Let's go back to, where was I? All right, the verify.demo.maisonlab.dev isn't picking up its let's encrypt certificate yet. Yeah, okay. I thought I did this before, but let's go and dig again. I thought it was dig short. Oh yeah, they just reversed it today. So let's do that. Okay, the dig works. Okay, that's right. We know it's resolving the IP because it's just giving a bad certificate error. Let's do this. We're gonna curl. All right. Why is it not picking up that? It doesn't need to be, port 80 doesn't need to be open for that. Only Pomerium uh, Docker image. Let's put my config back in again because I already went through this. That's not what I wanted to do. How do I open a file? But whatever. I'll worry about that later. Oh, that's another thing I want to learn. How do I copy a whole file? Go to normal mode. GG. That is an insane GG. Okay, so go to the top, start line wise visual mode, move to the bottom and yank. Okay, so GG, visual, go down, yank. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Okay, so let's do escape, GG, VGY. Okay, 76 lines yanked. Thank you. The other from routes resolve fine with proper certificates. This was working yesterday, like I said. I'm not gonna worry about it so much right now. Um, but yeah, it's kind of annoying though. Jaeger's still good, or why is it hanging? Okay, so there's a couple that didn't re-register. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so got to figure out what happened with the certificates. I went through this whole thing yesterday, so okay. Okay. My Pomerium instance is running, but let's encrypt is not picking up the certs. So I get a cert mismatch. Here's my config, and I've added A records in DigitalOcean for the host names. This was working yesterday. Okay, port 8. Okay, here's my YAML. Sorry, my compose.yaml. Okay, let's go to vi compose.yaml and we'll do gg uh, v gg no whoops g yank. Okay, now it yanked, but it doesn't put it to the clipboard. Okay, I want to resolve that first. Da, 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 da. It yanked it, but it doesn't copy it. Okay. Run this in Vim. Okay. Good. Here. Okay. Clipboard means it cannot copy to your system clipboard. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. I can right click copy. Yeah. Okay. I'll just do that then. I'm not gonna change things up too much. So GG V G copy. There we go. Here's my compose.yaml. Why is that not copying? Oh, it's not copying the whole thing. That's not copying either. Okay, let's do this. All right, we'll just do it the way I was doing it before. I don't have PB copy installed, but okay, and that is north wind, and let's just go to the bottom. Okay, and let's copy this. There we go. Cool. General structure. Okay, what's it complaining about? All right, minor improvements. Port exposure exposing makes the port available to other containers. Yeah, that I know. This is okay. Yeah, not publishing the port there. Okay, that's all fine. So, okay, if that's all good, why are the certs not being picked up? Here's my config.yaml. Okay, let's quit. Okay, let's do that. And let's go down to the bottom. Okay, I'll just leave the one route for now. Let's see. Cool. Cool beans. All right. Domain. Let's just update this. One common gotcha. Okay, what is that? Okay. Okay. The dash misalignment is copy pasta mistake. Okay. Runs inside Pomerium. That's good. Oh, that is an actual bug though, but that's still not the reason. Okay, Pomerium will handle it internally. Okay, so let's do a couple things here. That's yeah, there. Let's fix this. I pass identity header is true. Let's right. Whoops. Cool. And what else was it saying? Okay. Okay, let's get rid of that route, the authenticate one. Okay. Let's just comment it out for now. Whoops. Okay, boom. Whoops. Okay, escape, right, quit. Okay, let's do Docker compose down. Let's do Docker compose up and I'll check. Okay, wait, did I see it there? Let's look here in the logs real quick. Hey Jeff, how's it going, man? Yeah, Thursday's going well. I got a bit of sore throat, but I'm not like sick. So like, I think it's just I don't know. Maybe I swallowed like glass or knives or something. Who knows? Um, yeah. So let's just get some real estate here. Okay. Auto sort failed to obtain. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, I got rate limited. Okay, I got rate limited. Okay. Okay. Looks like I'm being rate limited. 5 certs for the exact same domain in 7 days. Now blocked until June 13th. Wait it out. Use staging. Let's encrypt instead. To avoid getting rate limited during testing, you can configure. Oh, interesting. Staging certificates are not trusted by browsers, but they allow unlimited testing. But what's the point if I can't use them in browser? Okay. All right. Now you wait. Okay. Okay. Just wait until June 13th. Okay. All right. Okay. So wait till tomorrow for that. But okay. That explains that. So like let's come back here. So clear. Sorry, coughing a bit. Okay, let's do Docker compose up D. That's good. And we don't need this then. Boom. Okay. So there's other things I can fix at the moment. But if we go to Northwind, okay, that's just taking a while to load, but let's go to like, okay, that's valid. This is an MCP server, and actually we can go try it. Let's go to Claude or even VS Code, but I'll try it in Claude here first. So let's do settings, integrations. All right, let's do edit. Oh wait, now let's do add integration. North Wind Maison Lab. And we're going to put the URL. Let's add it. And let's try and connect. Okay. There was there was an error. Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. Let's see. Do I have to do? I think I have to do SSE. Update. Connect. There we go. No, I think this could be. I think this is related to my certificate errors because it can't go to the authenticate, so I can't test that. All good. All good. So we can't really progress on that, and I hadn't considered being rate limited by Let's Encrypt because I guess my understanding was like I have, if we come back to DigitalOcean, I registered one, two, three, four, five. So five domains with Let's Encrypt, but I didn't realize it tries to reissue it. Like, like I'm not sure why I got rate limited. Is what I'm getting at. Is like it's not trying to reissue it every time I start up Docker Compose, as far as I know. Or maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe it's because I hit five like it said. But anyways, sorry, little coughs. All right. That said, I got other fish to fry anyways, which is related to this. So let's go to the MCP app demo. So as I mentioned, this is something me and my coworker Dennis have been working on, and this is essentially like a trimmed down uh, chat GPT. I can show it again here because I know some other people joined, but MCP. So um, yeah, pretty much built this out so you can choose your models and stuff. It's using OpenAI right now. Then I can ask questions. So I can say like, what's a B tree? It's going to stream in the response. Just give it a sec. That's all good. And we can also say like, let's use the Northwind database or let's use Notion. And I can say, generate a change log for from the meeting transcript about uh, let's see, generate a change log from the SSH sync meeting transcript. So this is actually going to go to Notion. Okay. Of course, it's a live demo. It's not going to work. Let's just do Northwind then. So like, show me all suppliers and what they sold in Europe. Uh, show me all European suppliers and what they sold. So this is gonna call. This is using an MCP server now. I'll scroll up in a sec, but you can see. Okay, it's still going. Okay, you done? All right, cool. So you can see here, it's calling the MCP server and it's saying, get some information. So describe the table. So we get a list of the tables. And then it's going to do the actual call here. So select all suppliers, you know, by country and then country where, country in UK, basically all European countries. It probably could have just, I don't know, maybe it was easier to just choose USA and Canada and exclude them. But anyways, you can see it's doing the tool call. So this is the MCP server. We authenticated to it through Pomerium. You didn't see that because I'm already connected to it, um, but all that policy about zero trust applies there. And it actually called the Northwind database and it actually returned something. Uh, and essentially we got what we asked for. So like each European country and what they sold. I didn't ask for specifics like how much of each, but anyways. All right. Bane app, Nightbot 1, bad guy 0. Stop posting links. Warning. Hey Bane app, I'm not sure what you're trying to show. You are spamming. Best viewers on boostmap.ru. Yeah, I'm sure that's legitimate. Okay. Anyways, getting back to this app, I want to deploy this as well to DigitalOcean. That's why we have app.demomaisonlab.dev. The problem is right now, rip LOL. Yeah. So the problem right now is Tanstack Start, which is what I'm using for this. I picked this on purpose, one, because I think it's a great project, but also it's pretty easy to deploy. you know, on a node server. And right now, like the demo one I just showed you, that's deployed on a Google VM and Google Cloud. I want to deploy it on DigitalOcean, and it's just got a lot of niceties in it. But the problem is, so I have a few pull requests open here, and they're all failing. So this all started only yesterday. Uh, I'm gonna allow it. There we go. Uh, the best viewer, me, is already here. No need to pay money. Yes, it's true. Appreciate you being here, Violet Sign, and Jeff. Jeff's always great at supporting me too. Appreciate it. Let me just go check on work Slack for a sec. Make sure the world isn't falling apart. Not that anything's ever really world is falling apart kind of stuff at work, but it's just I don't know. That's just what I say when I go to check. Okay, cool. So anyways, yeah, so let's go look here. It doesn't matter which PR. Sorry, little cough. The problem is it builds on Mac, but it fails. We have a Docker build because this is what we need to deploy. And currently, it's. Can I hide the sidebar? I'm not sure. The gist of it is this error here. Now, this is so for some context, TanStack Start is using Vinci under the hood, which you can see actually running right here, Vinci 5.7. The thing is, the installed version is 0.5.3, and I think there's some other dependencies that what do you call it when a dependency you have has the dependencies? The name's escaping me at the moment. Anyways, it's pulling in the newer version, and I've tried fixing this error so far, but I keep kind of in a wild loop. It says do this, I do that, but then it says, oh, like then this other error happens. So I think what I'm gonna just do is update the tan stack packages. So for this, I don't need to be in my SSH session. I just need to be in here. So let's open. And if I don't have this saved in VS Code yet, I'll just add it. MCP app demo, open, don't save. Okay, save project. There we go. Okay, now let's close the sidebar and stuff. So what it complains about is, let me reset. Where am I? Exit. Let's do reset hard head. But so there's a few things here. So when it does the build, it has these and it generates these new configs for part of the build, I guess. The problem is this define config doesn't exist in here anymore. And then they suggested just go to here and do it. That didn't work. Then they said just forget this and just do uh you know var config and just like that and get rid of that and then this is the built version, but in here, um yeah, basically get rid of that and then just do a plain export. So anyways, I've tried basically all the things they've suggested. It's not working, so I think what I'm gonna do is let's clear this. We're gonna do let's do new branch. Uh, oh yeah, I'm already there. Okay, yeah, I'm already on the branch. So let's do git reset hard origin main. Cool. G pull. Okay, that's good. Okay, so we're back to where we started. Let's just close a bunch of stuff. Okay, we don't need the sidebar. Let's do a uh, get clean, uh, get very clean. So let's just get clean dfx. All right. So there's two problems here. So let's do npm install. See if anybody's saying hey over on YouTube. No. Okay. Cool. That's good. Blue sky's having a moment, I guess. Not loading. Anyways, cool. Oh, there we go. It's back. Let's just check LinkedIn. What's going on over there? All right, we got some things here. Sentry invited me to subscribe to You've Got Fail. Uh, I'll think about it. Maybe later. Cool. Let's get back to it. Yeah, so essentially, I think I just want to update stuff. So let's do, this should be 5.7. And then where's 10 stack? Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Let's do undo. And let's just do that. Why is my chat not working? Oh, is that right? There we go. Whoops. Okay. Uh, agent mode. Yes. Let's go. Cloud Sonnet 4. Okay. Now update Vinci and all 10 stacks. Start packages to latest. Yeah, sure. I'm just being lazy here. Okay. Continue. Continue. Beep beep bop. Here is your code. Yeah. No, it's just I could do install latest of all of them, I guess, but okay. And now I'll update the package JSON. Yes. Keep it, and let's do an install. It should update my package JSON and my package lock. Perfect. I've updated. Okay, and we got a package lock. Okay, that's all good. So let's do this. Uh, why does this not close? All right, cool. That's good. Now let's clear this. Let's do nr build. Okay, this is expected. Yeah, I gotta look at Warp, Jeff. I saw Ben Holmes at the AI World Fair. One, I didn't realize he works there now because he was on the Astro team before. But he started working at Warp. Yeah, and I know of Warp and I've tried it a bit. The reasons why it hasn't stuck with me yet is because, and I know this is a really requested issue, is like I'm if I'm doing like web dev, I'm typically embedded in the VS Code internal terminal or shell. I've been using Ghosty a lot, just for like, because like I'm doing more infra stuff and like logging into servers and stuff, and just makes more sense in there for me. But when I'm doing web dev, it makes more sense in here. But uh, I should probably give Warp a go again. But I don't know. It's just, I guess it's not because it's not a good product. It's just like my workflow for when I'm doing stuff like this, like I said, is like I'm in the shell in VS Code. So kudos to VS Code for embedding it because I do like that workflow. My ideal workflow, actually, and it doesn't exist yet. There's been kind of attempts at it, maybe, I think, is like this is specifically for web development, but I want to be able to basically use VS Code and have the browser in there. I know there's Simple Browser, it's an extension that you can load. It doesn't support everything though, but like essentially I want my browser to become my development environment if I'm building web. Yeah, there's Claude Code too. I gotta there's so many AI tools to be honest. But yeah. Um, okay, cool. So yeah, so it's saying it can't load the app. So this is fine. So let's go to app.config and from yeah, so this is right. And then basically they said do this and get rid of that. So this is supposed to be the new way. Let's close the sidebar and we'll just do this and our dev. Okay. Cannot set properties of undefined. Okay. Uh, okay. Setting mode. DaVinci bin. Okay. 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 So grep continue. What's it saying? I've used ChatGPT to explain errors to me for years. Yeah, I think it's really great at errors. I've been going back and forth between Claude and ChatGPT. I've been using ChatGPT a lot more lately. Um, I find ChatGPT has been pretty solid for like questions like that. Claude has been really good for writing, and it's good. It's good at code too. They're both good at code, but okay. Let's see here. Let me check if there's a specific configuration for the newer Vinci version. Okay. See, this is where I think VS Code doesn't seem to be. Oh wait, let me check if there's continue. Oh, I thought I updated this. Maybe VS Code will be able to answer this now. Okay, let's see here. What's it suggesting? The newer version might not export define config from that path. Yeah, I still use both for exactly what you said. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I find at least recently, I find ChatGPT is good at getting like up to date information about errors. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do keep. Okay, so let's see what it did before we. I don't know how other people do it. I usually just say keep it, go ahead, like just generate, update it, but I don't commit it. So then I look at it. But so export default. Okay, that's not much different. Oh yeah, this should be correct actually. Um, so let's do a clear here. And, okay, cannot set properties of undefined mode. Okay, so I'm gonna just go into ChatGPT. because I feel like it's gonna answer me better. And I know this is something that in TanStack that just changed. Like, I'm pretty sure it was like literally yesterday because I saw somebody post about it. Somebody said, "Oh no, worst time for TanStack start to be doing the DaVinci," because I know they're slowly removing Vinci. Vinci is just a dependency they use from Nikhil Saraf. I think that's how you say his last name. He's on the Solid.js core team. It's kind of like a wrapper around Nitro, which is from the UnJS team, I believe. Uh, I'm getting this error in my 10 stack start project. It only started happening. Oh, wait, no, I don't need to do that because I've already updated. I've updated all the packages in my package.json and updated the app config to the recommended format. Any reason why I get the error still? This error. So I've also found that like you don't have to put it in code fences when it's like one thing, but I'm gonna put a couple config.ts uh, package.j. You know what? I could just actually just include them. Just do that. Add photos and files. Let's go dev work, MCP app demo, uh, app config. Where are you at? App config. Let's add that one. And where's my? Oh yeah, there we go. And package JSON. Open. Cool. Where's my third one? Is it there? Okay, cool. Do, do, do. Yes, I know you can see it. The root cause is you're on Vinci. Okay, at the same time you're using TanStack start. Okay. Okay. But you're not on the latest TanStack start. This is between time. Okay. So okay. This is this from yesterday? No, that's from August. Okay, so let's try 1.5. Let's go down here. Tense. What was it? Tense stack React start. Do, 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 do. Sorry, listen to music. I don't stream the music on my live streams because I think I will get banned because it's streaming to YouTube. Okay, let's try this. No match for that. Okay. So, okay. I just want things to work. Should I originally had Vinci 0.5.3 and it was installing 0.5.7 regardless. I guess there's some peer depths to pulling in newer Vinci. If I create a new 10 stack start project, will it work? I might just actually do that. Yeah, I know it's because it's got the caret that I get. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do uh MPX create or npm create 10 stack latest, and I'm gonna just pull in the depths and then I'm gonna paste the config. I think that'll work. Okay, so this is like YOLO mode, but not YOLO mode, but so let's go down and let's just do npm create. Yes, I want to proceed. Cool, cool. Sometimes it's just not worth digging into it. Just, I'm being pragmatic here. I'm just this should work because it's a new 10 stack start project. And yes, I want to use uh, query shadcn start. Cool. All right, let's let this install. While that's happening, all right, nothing going on there. It's good. Cool. So let it install these dependencies, and then I'm gonna open it. I'm curious what people are using for editors. I'm giving VS Code a go. Well, I love VS Code in general. Prior to agent mode, it wasn't that great in terms of the AI aspect. I was using Cursor. I've also been dabbling with Windsurf. I don't know about anybody else, but for whatever reason, Windsurf will not syntax highlight TypeScript, and it's kind of a blocker for me. I mean, obviously, I can still kind of figure things out, but anyways, code YOLO. Just gonna open up a new one here. Okay, I'm gonna shrink things down for a sec. Let's just get as much real estate as possible. Okay, so now let's go to the package.json. Actually, let me just make sure this actually works. In our dev. Okay, it works. Cool. And boom. Okay, it works. You can't see it. It opened up in the other browser, but okay, that's good. Now I just want to make sure it builds. That's good too. Okay, so uh, radix UI. Okay. JS SDK, that's fine. We don't need the rants. I just need the tan stack stuff here. So we want all of this. Router with query, React start. Okay, tan stack React store. Okay, form, query, router, router dev tools, router with query React start. Okay, and we're just gonna add the React query dev tools. That's fine. Cool. And then so now there's no Vinci. So that's key. That's good. And 10 stack ESLint config 0.10. I know it's not zoomed in too much right now. It's just basically okay. There's an override they add. Okay, good to know. So 10 stack router overrides. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's do RM minus RF package. Oops. Let's go to, okay, let's do RM minus RF node modules and package log JSON. Okay, and then let's install. And then let's just go look at the config. Oh, interesting. There's no config now? Oh, it's just a Vite config now. Okay, okay. So that's the difference. Okay, so let's go to, we don't need that. Uh, Let's do a code vite.config.ts. Okay, so that should solve it. TS configs path, tailwind, tanstack start. Cool. I think that's everything. So just to reiterate, we updated the packages as the same ones that are in a new tanstack start project. I deleted the node modules, the package lock, ran a npm install. So it should have updated the package lock. We deleted the app config and favored a Vite config. Okay, so nr dev, let's try that. Okay, whoops. Okay, oh, yeah, so that's the other thing I got to do. In the package.json, it's no longer Vinci for the commands. So let's see, what are they now? So let's just copy all these. Boom. There, scripts. So it's not even Vinci anymore. Okay. nr dev. Okay, Vite. Okay, let's see here. Uh, let's clear this. Hold on a sec. Oh, that's because I deleted my .env file by accident. Uh, okay. I think we're all good though. So let's just do this. Let's do clear nr build. I guess it calls it. Okay, let me go get my API key, but everything builds now. That error. What's the error here? Oh, no, I don't think this is an API error. All right. Updating to depths and a Vite config fixed it. I get this error now, though. Okay, so okay, change it to copy. Okay, so let's do this. Uh, P API. This should be this. Whoops. Export route. That's good. And what else? API chat. Interesting. Async. Okay, let's try building this now. Okay. Okay. Export const route. Create API. I used lowercase route and it still complains. Let's just grab this. Do. This is why an upgrade isn't always just or like a dependency update isn't just always, just a like, oh, just fix it. All right, there. Okay, but these are in the latest 10. Oh, maybe I didn't grab the right Vite. Vite 6. Package JSON. Vite here. I should probably just copy over everything, but uh, TypeScript. Okay, I think that's the right version now. Okay, let's do npm install again. Okay. Okay, and there it is. It's not a fatal error. Our server only routes, but during client build, the plugin still traverses routes and logs the message. Is wrongly alarming your API route is correct. You can see that despite this message, you built completely fine. The current version of TanStack Start V plugin, even in latest start, is a server route, and the plugin is expecting yes for client routes. The plugin is always part this warning. Okay. So all good then. Okay. That's good to know. Okay. Quick stretch. Make a funny face. All right. So that's good. Now the real test. What is all these files? Okay. So we got to add some stuff to want to do that for sure. Okay, this stuff we want to get rid of. This we want to update. Here, let's get rid of those. Okay, so first things we need to do is we need to update the git ignore as well. So let's do that here. Okay. 10 stack start specific files. Uh, yes, 10 stack uh dot nitro. Okay, that's cool. Good. All right. Now the true test is, can we build the Docker container? So Docker build no cache. Uh, uh, we want to tag it MCP app demo. Okay. Moment of truth. Let's go, buddy. You can do it. The music I'm listening to is doing a build up while this is compiling. Just coincidental, but okay. That's good. Now it's probably going to complain about the optional dependencies. Oh no, it built it. Okay, cool. That's good. Okay. All right. Git. So let's do G fix updated 10 stack start to avoid Vinci issues and let's build GitHub PR review. All right, let's go look at it. Cool. Docker builds were failing and a local build started failing yesterday. I gotta zoom this out, sorry. All right, I can zoom in a bit. Yesterday, 10 stack start removed Vinci, and we were running into issues where some dependencies most likely due to in package JSON versions were not compatible with or I pulled all dependencies related to 10 stacks start from a newly created 10 stack start project and uh, removed Vinci, added Vite as per the new setup, and modified some API routes that required a change. That's building. Docker main builds. Okay. Uh, Update comment. Uh, let's add Wasaga. Zayu. Okay. Oops. Let's do that. G reset. G fix. Oh yeah. Also no longer since 10 stack no longer uses Vinci. There is also no longer a app.config.ts, just a vite.config. It's been replaced. There's no okay. It's been replaced with a vite.config.ts. That's good. Just in the end, everything's just Vite plugins at the end of the day. Okay. All right. That's good. Oh, we need host. Let's do that. G reset. Host and our dev. There we go. Cool. Yeah, it's not going to load the models because it doesn't have my API key, but that's fine. Okay. Okay, that's good. React query 577.2. Okay. The rest. I'm going to remove the dev tools for now because it's not related to this. Okay, that's all good. And then Vite stuff. Yeah. Okay, cool. G resets off head, G A, G fix, G push force. Cool. All right. Yeah, so that's good. Update, 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 update. Okay, now the thing is the output. Okay, that's good. And what was the other thing I was gonna do? Uh, is it cool? Do, 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 do. Uh, cool. What is this? All right. I think we're good there. Okay, pretty happy about all this. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to check. The Docker file. Okay, it just runs start. Okay, so I don't have to worry about that. So that's all good. I think we're good. Oh, and then let's just add. Okay, yeah, let's leave that. And then we'll do the optional dependencies in another PR. Okay, so I think we're all good. Beep, beep, boop. Um, with the um, uh, cool. Let's see here. Let's go to x.com. Now let's just say And okay. All right. I think that's in a good state. This builds, all checks have passed. I think that's where we're gonna wrap it up. Tomorrow, assuming I'm no longer throttled for Let's Encrypt, we can kind of wrap things up here, get this app deployed to you, and we should be in a good state. All right. Cool, cool. Well, thanks for hanging, peeps, and we'll see you in the next one. Hey, Ribblevore, who are you? I am Nick Taylor. That's who I am. Thanks for joining. We're just wrapping things up here. Who are you, Rubelvor? Anyways, come hang tomorrow. We're gonna continue on this with Pomerium, MCP servers, and getting the demo app up. And that's it. We'll see you in the next one.